Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Subscribe.
Angelo just wanted to stop in and say hello. But today we are going to be making these paper tissue flowers, and also the thicker ones. I'm going to show you guys how I make them. And Angelo just wanted to come in really fast and say hello. So let me go ahead and say bye to him, and we'll be right back to get the process started. This is going to be happy, yeah, because you're happy and I love you. Say bye to the owlet. Give them kisses. Little kisses. Mwah. Okay, guys, hold on. Alright, guys, so first one is the tissue roses. This is very simple, so I'm going to show you guys really fast how I put these together. It's the easiest thing you could ever make. All you need is a limp. You need one of these pipe cleaners. It doesn't matter what color you have, because this is just to go in the middle. You need tissue paper, so I got a bunch from the Dollar Tree, and I just use these to make the paper flower. These were some different ones that I got from like Ross. Came in a pack and it was on sale. I had them for a long time, but I do usually use the Dollar Tree tissue paper. So let me go ahead and get everything set up, and I'll show you guys how. And you also need your scissors for this. So tissue paper, pipe cleaner, and scissors, and that's it for this project. Okay, so when you get your tissue paper from the Dollar Tree, it comes with all different colors, any color that you want. You just choose, you know, which color you would like to use. I'm going to just use, let's see, I'm going to add it to my board, so I'm going to use like pink and green. That's a good color. Pink and yellow. So you just get, I usually use about 8 pieces. And all you're going to do is put them together. Make sure they're all lined up and even. It's kind of hard to get the whole thing in there. But you just want to make sure they're even, like all the ends matches. Half of the time I don't even worry about that, because you don't really see, you want it to have like rough edges. So you smooth your tissue paper. I'm just going to add some blues. So you just add any color that you like. Okay? How simple is that? Alright, and then the next step is that you just do accordion. I think that's how you say that, accordion fold. So you take the ends, the edge of the top, and then you make a fold about an inch, 2 inch, inch and a half. Ain't nobody got time to measure anything, and then you just keep folding. You just keep folding. So I just made a fold right here, and then you flip the paper under or over, and then you fold it again. And you just keep doing that. The more paper you have, the thicker your flower, your half flower will be. So you just keep folding until you get to the end. Okay, once you're at the end, then I also like flip it in half like this, so I get it right in the middle. Once I have it in the middle, I have to cut the 2 ends. Okay, once you fold in the middle, you just open it back up and keep your hand where the middle is, and then you make like a triangle. You just cut halfway in like this. So you're cutting a little triangle out. You don't want to go all the way to the middle. So if you could see, I just made a triangle right in the middle. So when you're doing the same thing on the opposite side, but you don't want to cut all the way to the triangle that you just made. You need to leave a space here, because if you do, then your whole thing will fall apart. So when I cut, I just cut another triangle, but I leave a little gap in between the 2 triangles. Like that. Okay? So there you go. So now you have this, and when you fold it, it looks like this. Now you take your pipe cleaner, and you just cut a piece, put it in the middle, and wrap it around. Wrap it around like that. So now it's not going anywhere. Okay? Then this is where you make your your thing where you have these like, you know, circle edges, or I don't know what you want to call those, but all you do is you take this and then you just cut like half a circles on here. There's no right way. You can make triangles, you can make points, you can do whatever you like, and pretty much that's how it looks when you cut it. So little half circles like that, and you do it pretty much the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now you have both ends. You want to try to make sure they're like even, but it doesn't really matter if it's not, because you know you're not going to see it once you put a bunch on. You're not going to come find the imperfections unless somebody's really anal and they're like, well, that part is not even, who cares? So when you're done, you just lay it whichever color you want, you know, facing up or facing down. You just lay it like this. So when you're done, you just open one side like this, like a fan. Just open it like this, both sides, and you're gonna pull, but you want to pull gently. You don't want to pull too hard because tissue paper is very delicate and you don't want to rip it. So just lift it up all the way over to the other side like that, so it's standing up straight, and just keep fluffing it out. Oops, I just ripped that, so don't do that. Just do it gentle. So keep doing that like this. Keep opening it like that. I'm gonna keep doing this. Get all your petals up. And the last one. So now you have a half a flower. Then you do the same thing with the other side. You just bring this part up. Let me go this direction so you guys can see. All you're doing is pulling it up, pulling it up, pulling it up. And when you're done, you have your flower that looks like this. And you just fluff it up. And that's the piece that I ripped, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on my display board, my background, okay? So let me lift this up so you guys can see. So my backdrop is just a piece of hard, like a big cardboard that I just fold. So when I'm done with it, I fold it up and I put it in the corner. But it's just a piece of cardboard that stands on its own. So here I'm just going to take this, and I usually use like thumbtacks to hook it to my cardboard. So here, let me get that open. So I have these little thumbtacks that I put it on my backdrop. So let's go ahead and just stick this somewhere. Where can we put it? Let me move this over. Sorry, let me move this over a little bit so you guys could like see the whole board. So I can oh, sorry guys. All right, so here's the cardboard. So you can see like a piece of the cardboard still plain. So I would just take this and like stick it on here somewhere like this, right in here, and I take the thumbtacks and I just go inside of the tissue paper and I just hook it, like I push it in because it's cardboard, so it'll go right through the cardboard like that. And now you have another flower quickly done. You probably can't really, let me take it off of here so you guys can see how it looks close up. So here it is. I just made this quickly and I didn't hook it properly, but here is the other ones. So if you have a bunch, it looks so much better when you have a bunch of them too on a display wall or something. So that's how it looks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how I make these bigger ones, thicker actual roses. So what you'll need are any type of printing paper, which that works best for me. I'm not sure if you could use other paper. That's just what I use. They come in a variety of color. You don't want the paper to be too thick because then you won't be able to like curl the petals. So this paper actually works really well. So you need paper, your scissors, some glue sticks, a pencil if you are drawing the petal out. I like to just cut the petals out. You will need something to curl the ends of the paper, which I'm using this plastic straw, and also your glue gun. You could use regular glue, it just makes the process a lot longer. So these are all the things you need, just your scissors, your glue sticks, your pencil, something to curl the paper with, your glue gun, and paper. Lots and lots of paper. So let's get right into it. I did forget to mention that for the base of the flower, you will need a thicker piece of cardstock. I'm actually using poster board, but you do need the paper to be thicker because this is where the petals will sit. So make sure this has a good weight to it. If you don't have a thicker paper, you can just glue a bunch of paper onto itself to make it, you know, heavier. So you will need a thicker piece of paper. So for the big petals, I usually use about, hopefully you guys can see this, I usually use about 8 sheets. So I'm just going to count, I'm just going to average. And for me, because I'm lazy, I just cut all the petals out at once. I don't cut them individually. You could trace the petal, you know, the shape of a, like you can make this petal look like this. Or you could just cut the petals out like I do, just free-handed. So once you have your paper, you want to leave a good width on the bottom. So when you cut, you want to cut from the end and then go ahead and cut your petals out however you want your petal to look. I'm just doing this, you know, by eye, but you could trace it. You could probably print out templates from the computer, but you do want the bottom part to have a good width at the bottom. You don't want to make it too skinny when you cut this part. So this is kind of wide, but for the video purpose, I'm just showing you that you do need to have a fair amount of space on the bottom because that's where you're going to be gluing. So this is good. This is a good width, like about an inch and a half or so for the bottom part. You're going to cut the big petals as many as you want. The more petals you have, the fuller your flower will look. For the middle part, what I do, I take less than the outer layer. So I'll take about 6 of the paper. And what I do, I use this for the medium and for the small petal. So I just cut like 3/4 of the paper in half. So I use this for the medium petal and I use this for the smaller petal. And same thing, you're just going to cut once you draw your petal out or trace your petal out, just cut it however you want it to be. And again, make sure you are leaving a space down on the bottom. So this is how it looks. So, and then you take the rest of your scraps and then you make the smaller petals. And once you have your petals, all you have to do is start putting them together. Okay, so you have all 3 layers. You can make another layer. Then you also have to make the middle part, which I will show you guys later. Okay, once you have all your petals cut out, you do want to make the base. So the base has to be just a bigger size circle. It doesn't actually have to be a circle, but if you want your flower to look like a rose, you will need something circular. You know, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, that's what I mean, but you do need it to be, I don't know what the size is. You know, you can make it smaller if you want your flower to be more in. You can make it bigger if you want to have a fuller flower. So this is what you'll need. And once you have everything together, you take your petals And the reason why you leave this part right here is because you're going to cut a slit into this. Not too far up, about an inch. So then you have this. And you do that on all of them. But let's go ahead and just do a few of these. So once you have it like this, all you do is you take a little glue. You stick it on one side. And then you fold it over like this. And you do this with every petal. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be back. So once you glue all your petals together, this is how they look. So this is how the back look. So it's kind of like a little stand. So when you put it on your base, it just stays like this. So I glued all my big ones, the medium-sized one, and the small one. So now let me show you guys how to assemble it. So you have your round piece, whichever size you decide, and what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of, you just want to sit it down like this. So you just want to sit it down like this and go around the entire circle at the outer edge like this. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on here, then I'm just letting it sit like this on there. I'm going to do another one, and I'll go ahead and put the rest on, and then I'll be back to show you guys how it actually looks when I've put the first layer on. So a little bit of glue. They can overlap. You know, you just want the petals to be, you don't want too much gap in between each petal. So let me go ahead and finish doing this layer, and I will come back. Okay, so this is how it looks when you finish putting all the petals on the round base. This is on the inside. So you just want to make sure, well, this one just came off because I guess I didn't glue it, I didn't let it sit long enough, but that's what happens when you're making stuff. You have bloopers. So this is how it looks in the inside, and this is how it looks just standing up. Once you curl the petals, it'll look more like a flower. Right now it just looks like a weird thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish gluing the middle part, and I will be right back. So this is how the middle, the centerpiece, not really all the way in the middle, this is just the medium petals. I just put it on the inside. So there's still a gap here where you would have to put the center and some more small petals. So let me continue doing that, and this is how it looks right now. Okay, so it looks like one of my petals died. So when this happens, like if it's just falling like this, you can just take a dab of glue and just glue this onto this petal, so it'll just stay up. Let me go ahead and do that right now. I'm just using a little bit and sticking it on here, so the petal will just stay up and make it look more, you know, like it's blooming. Like that. Okay, this is how it looks now. Oh wow. Alright, so you can kind of see how the rose will look because you're almost done, and then we will make the middle piece and curl the petals, and I'll show you the final product. So for the centerpiece, you could use a different color like I did with the yellow flower, but I'm just going to use the purple for the inside. So you take a piece of the paper that you have, fold it in half, this direction, and you cut little strips on the side where it is folded. So all you do is cut tiny little strips down. Not all the way down to the bottom, but you just cut in strips like this. You want to make them fairly small because this will be the middle part. So let me go ahead and finish cutting those, and I will be right back. Once you're done, you have this. So all you do, you have all these little pieces here. All you're going to do is curl it around your finger like this. But I do use a little bit of glue to keep it from coming apart. So I just put a little bit of glue right there and glue it onto that. Then I just roll it like this. And then at the end, I also put another piece of glue just to secure it even better. And then also on this side, like that. And you have this, and then you just go like this. And this would be the center part of your flower. You could make another piece, a smaller one, and just put it in here if you don't want this big hole. You don't really see the hole, but this is how this would look when you are done. So let's go back to the flower, and I'm just going to show you guys how I curl the petals. So all you do is you take your dowel or whatever you have and just roll it under like this. And you want to go down a little ways, because as the flower opens, it'll just, you know, the petal will roll back up. So I just try to go down a little farther than normal, and then I can loosen it up as I'm arranging the petals. So let me go ahead and do this, and I will show you guys the final curling of the petals. Alright, so this is what you have when you are finished curling the petals. It looks like kind of like a rose right now, I would think. So, you know, you're going to play with it. You're just going to fix it how you want it. When you put it on the wall, you're going to have to move some of the petals around just to make it, just to have it just the way you like. So let's go ahead and add the middle piece, which is this piece right here. So you would put some glue around the outside, and then all you do is stick it in here like that. So let me go ahead and do that, and you guys will see. We will be all done after that. Okay, so this is how the final product looks, not looked, but this is how it looked. I will go back and fill in the middle part because I don't like that hole right there. So I'll just do the same process on how I made it, just make it a little smaller and stick it in the middle right here. So this is how it looks. So if you were to put it up on the wall, I think it would look great. Let me show you the yellow one next to this one. And this is how they look together.